Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Lost in Talks podcast, episode 66.
66666.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Relax.
We in the 6 with the 66.
Okay.
Episode 6.
Don't gotta do it, man. I'm sorry you guys had to hear that just now.
You know what I'm saying? That's where we're at.
Yep. We have nothing for you guys today.
Yeah, we might as well just end it right now.
we, have,
And that's all, folks.
we have nothing for you guys. Whoopsie, let me put on silent.
Turn off your damn phone.
We have nothing for you guys today.
You know those weeks where,
yeah.
you know, the week just flies by, you know? Like, there's some times where it's like, I wake up and then we do the pod and then the next day you guys are here again. I'm like, wait, what the hell?
Literally.
Bro, that was
Yeah.
that for me as well.
Literally.
This week has been busy for myself and probably
Yeah.
you guys. And
Yeah.
I did just fly by. And we do this on Thursdays now.
Yeah, we changed up our day.
Yeah, we do a little. We figured it'd be a slightly better day for whatever reason. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll test it out.
We're testing it out basically. But yeah, this whole week so far, even though it's not even done, flew by. Just tons of work we got to do. I got to shoot. We got to shoot this Saturday.
Yep.
We've already would have shot it by the time this comes out, but basically prepping for that.
Yeah.
Not gonna tell you about it, but basically, yeah, it's a music video. You know how it is, doing what we do.
Music videos.
The year's starting. That's what's happening, you know?
Yeah,
Everything's
basically.
getting back into motion.
Yep.
You know, it's because, like, you can feel it. People kind of slow down by the end of a year, and then the beginning of a year, you know, to the first 2 weeks, everybody's getting back into it. But then it's like this moment now where you're like, oh shit, the first month of the year is almost done.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to be, you know, the summer again in like a week.
Exactly.
Jesus,
Literally.
I'm looking forward to spring, summer.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know how much we're gonna be able to do this year again.
I'm just trying to go outside, bro.
But I just want to be able to sit on a
No, I
porch.
shouldn't say that on the podcast. Where I get my door kicked in.
I'm just trying to hang out outside, even just be able to just sit outside, go for a walk,
Yeah, man.
go to the park,
Definitely.
do stuff like that, shoot photos outside,
Yes.
shoot videos outside.
Yes.
Looking forward to that as well. I have a bunch of ideas for shooting photos this year outside, so I want to do that a lot
A lot.
this year. And I said that last year, but that was because of COVID. But now, you know, because we're still in the pandemic, but it's kind of like people's attitudes are changing. And we even talked about this.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier.
We're not going to call any
Here we
names.
go. First topic.
We're not going to say any names, but you know, like we've seen some crazy shit on Instagram
Yeah.
regarding parties and stuff. It's
Yeah, people
quite
are starting to
wild.
get lit, man. I seen one of the IG baddies from the city. She had a shindig. And I counted the people in that room, and I counted about 15 people or so.
Yeah.
That wasn't looking good. I seen somebody putting out a post about how they're having a party in 2 weeks, and it's gonna be lit. What did it say exactly? I can't remember what he said. Big link ups.
Big link up. Oh my God.
I was like, fuck. I was like, yo.
Shit. It's a big outbreak.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Real,
means
everyone's be linking up this.
that's a $700 fine for you. $700.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
But
None of my business though.
That's true. If somebody sees that on Instagram, they could
done.
report.
If
They could
there's a
report them
snitch,
right
that
there.
They'll
Yeah.
snitch on them
Yeah.
and be like, "Yo,
yeah, and that's why we're not snitching, because I hope you have a good time. Because I'd love to party,
Yeah, for sure.
but we know it's one thing that I do miss the most, and I was literally just telling Zach the other day. I was like, yo, all I want to do is go out with the boys and get some wings and beer
yeah,"
and
right?
like watch a ball game or something, and that's it.
Just like simple shit.
That's it. That's all I want to do.
Yeah,
You know, spend my money recklessly
Yeah.
go to a Firkin.
one night. Yeah,
Kinda
just
fucked up, you know?
Go to All Star Wings again and get Ian fucked again. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh
Like,
my
missed
god,
that. I missed that. Fuck, it's been obviously over a year.
yeah,
Almost
man.
over a year.
Just
since-
those random nights where you don't know anything can happen, but you don't know what's gonna happen. And even if
Yeah.
it's something stupid like just getting
Yeah.
wings, it's still the best night ever. You know.
Going to Java House again.
Yeah.
Are they still open? Shit.
I hope
They
so,
are.
bro.
I was there.
Yeah?
I was
Okay.
there around there the other day.
I miss our Java House dates with the boys.
Yeah.
Sam
Surprisingly.
The
pulls up.
patio.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. fuck. And the cheap ass food.
Yeah.
And it's good, but it's not good.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like
But you don't care
I
because
mean,
it's
the
just
food
the vibe.
is the food is perfect in terms of like the drinks that you're getting. 'Cause
Exactly.
You got the unlimited pitchers basically on deck.
Yeah.
So you don't care what the food tastes. You just need something to snack.
Yeah,
on, you know?
exactly. I just
Yeah.
need something to eat.
You're
while
more
I'm
there for the
talking.
drinks. The
Yeah.
food is like an afterthought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of just,
I
you
miss,
know, you that salty food you get with the beer.
I miss the red room.
Oh man.
Those dirty ass couches. Oh my god, sitting there knowing you're bringing bed bugs home, but not caring. You know?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I hope they spent the quarantine fucking getting rid of those or fumigating
that
that
was
place
so-
or something.
Those
yeah.
are
That was
places.
actually, I think that was one of the last spots I went to. I think we went there, right? Was it you and I?
Yeah, we went there
think it
during the when
Yeah, I remember you guys
restaurants opened
told
up
me.
again.
Yeah, you guys told me you went. Yeah.
That little
Yeah.
period where restaurants were open again for patio.
Yeah.
We were there.
Yeah, that was a good time, man.
Yeah, I remember we were there.
I remember us just sitting there and I was just like I was like a little tipsy and just eating the food. And I was like,
yeah.
looking outside because you got to eat on the patio. It was just a nighttime downtown, Chinatown, man. It's just, you know that
Yeah.
vibe, man?
yeah.
Oh, God. I miss that
The
shit.
last memory I have of downtown was when I went to a studio one time and it was like dead on Queen West. So that's the last image I have of that. And it was just so, and when I still think about it, it's still so weird thinking about that place, just nobody around, you know?
Yeah, man. I miss it.
You know what else I miss in the winter time? I miss a late night pho.
Oh,
You know when it's cold as fuck and you
nah,
go
you
in,
get that.
you have
get
that like nice big bowl of pho,
Yeah.
and it like warms you up.
Or the ramen.
I was gonna say in your
Or ramen?
stomach or in your throat, but
Yeah.
pause to that. Or
When
the
I,
ramen.
when I eat
yeah.
a big bowl of pho, like my body temperature rises, bro. So good.
It's so good.
Start
Oh,
sweating.
I miss the days, man. I miss them. I hope you guys are missing something as well, and if you are, then bask in the nostalgia with us. Good times we haven't had for about a year now.
And use it as motivation, you know. Don't be doing these big link ups or else
Yeah,
we're not gonna
please,
we're not gonna
man.
get there
I'm trying
again.
to get back to that shit, bro. It's just disappointing, man. And it's crazy. I've just been locked up in my house. Like, I don't notice how much I've just been locked, like, just specifically even just in my room. I just don't leave my room anymore.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
There's no reason to go out. I do the podcast. I might go to Ian's house to do a reaction. I might see you on the one-off to, record some songs. And then, other than that, I'm just going out to get some groceries.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, there's some weeks where I just go and check the mail and I just go get groceries.
Well,
and
that's
like,
good to hear
it,
because
you know?
all you're doing is essential shit.
Yeah.
I mean, going to my house, whatever, react. That's work,
Yeah, it's work.
right? And then groceries. These are essential things.
Yeah.
So
I don't even go to
That's good,
Walmart.
man.
I don't go to Loblaws no more. I just go to the local spot by my house because I'm just like, whatever, man.
Yeah, I heard they're ticketing people in the big box stores if you can only one person per household can go in or something.
Oh,
So
really?
How the fuck are they gonna know?
I don't know how they're gonna enforce that. Like I heard
I'm
that.
in an interracial relationship, so I'm blessed.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
won't even know. They
Yeah.
won't
You could just
even know.
stand beside. Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
social distance anyway, and they
I
wouldn't
mean,
even realize.
and if I don't go to the local spot, then I just go to TNT and whatever, yo.
That's what you've been doing, right?
Yeah, I've been going to TNT if
Okay.
I don't go to the local spot.
Okay.
But that's crazy. They're handing out fines. They're handing out. I wonder if they're handing them out in like line.
I don't know.
You're in that Walmart line. He's like, all right.
You two are together.
Yeah.
Y'all are cousins.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out like
Yeah.
how you can not avoid it. Unless the cop is like right there at the door and then he sees you,
think they're
walking
doing
in
that.
together.
Yeah.
No, because apparently it was like,
And they can't necessarily stop you
Yeah.
and ask you shit.
yeah, no, because
So-
I remember I was watching CB24 and they're saying one of the Costco's it was like 110 violations or something, and they gave out like 11 tickets or something like that.
Crazy.
So I don't know how they're ticketing people or like, but they're out there, So just you can obviously finesse it, but just watch yourself,
Ticketing the blacks and the browns.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
They're only at the Costco in Scarborough, like
yeah,
right there on Warden. Or what is it? Yeah, Warden and fucking, what is it, Ellesmere?
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah, fuck. Yeah, I'm starting to really miss the days now. It's just, I'm just like, fuck, yo. We're approaching a year. Again, all I think about, I know we're approaching a year because I just look over here and I see that 24. And I just think, RIP Kobe, bro. And it's approaching already.
The anniversary
That's
of that.
what, like next week, I think.
That's
Yeah.
literally, I think it's next week or the week after, something
Yeah.
like that. So it's just sad to just think about. And I'm like, damn, we're approaching a year. My brother just had his birthday. And he was like, yo, I'm not having no quarantine birthday. And yes, you are. Yes, that's all he could do. I just saw him post up a bottle of Henny and he's just like,
By himself.
yeah, that's it.
It's
Yo.
so sad, man.
Yeah, man.
It's so sad.
That's what it is.
I
now,
wasn't able to do. No one was able to do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think everybody was gonna have a quarantine birthday. You know?
Yeah, I feel like last year we all just thought we don't know what's gonna happen in 2021, but we just assume that things are gonna be on
Didn't
the
think
up.
I would have. My
know?
birthday's
Yeah.
in December.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking 2 days after Christmas.
Yep.
I didn't think that would have happened, but it did. And I was even in like, a town of 75,000 north, up north. And
Exactly.
Still was It still wasn't allowed to go anywhere.
That sucks.
Like, bruh. Right, perfect timing on that lockdown. Whatever, man. It is what it is. We're trying to keep the numbers down.
Yeah.
Um,
Shouts out to the places that are living it up right
there's
now.
places
Yeah, I was
doing
gonna
far
say like,
worse than
how
us.
do you?
So
And there are places that are doing amazing too. Like
yeah,
not amazing,
better
but,
than
like,
us
better,
and
yeah.
worse than us.
Yeah.
So-
Like, how do you think New Zealand is right now, and like South Korea, and like what do you
They're
think?
blessed.
Yeah, like what do you think that lifestyle? Like, what do you think they're
They're not
looking
wearing
at the other
masks.
side of the world like right now? You
They
know?
just
Like,
think we're
travel,
idiots.
bro.
They
Yeah.
think we're idiots. They're just like, damn, they can't stay home for 2 weeks.
You know what's pissing me off? All the
Shit.
people that I see, like, there's just rappers from like Toronto now that are just like in Jamaica or like
Yeah,
in Mexico.
yeah.
And they're
they
just
shouldn't
like,
even be there anyways.
they shouldn't even be there, but they got out and they're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna live out here. Like I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
And there's just so many people that have just been traveling now, or like they've just gone to a country and they're like, fuck it, like,
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out.
yeah.
So I'm
I
like,
mean, you can
fuck.
go to Atlanta's open.
Yeah, bro. No, honestly, I'm trying to go to Atlanta
You can go to Atlanta. They're
year.
open this year.
this year.
It's open.
Let's go.
You'll be able to go to a strip club, wherever with the masks.
But what is it? Magic City closed, I'm pretty sure, or whatever the main spot was
Yeah.
down there.
If they close like permanently
I'm pretty sure.
because they had no money.
I'm pretty sure.
Magic City.
One of the spots, one of the top spots, one of the top two, I'm pretty sure they closed down.
Magic City is like
Well, Magic City is the one that Lou Will got the wings from. Like
Okay,
before
so
in
it
the
might have been,
bubble,
what's
like-
the other spot? Diamonds?
Yeah, Diamond something, right?
Something, yeah.
the strip clubs there are so famous.
Those are the only spots I'm trying to really go to if I go to Atlanta, you know?
That's where the ones where the money's all over the floor, bro. Like
Yeah, money's all over the floor. 21
That's like
Savage is in one
COVID.
corner. Quavo's over here. I'm over there.
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta bring like big ass stacks. Here in Canada, like our strip clubs, you don't throw money because we have like coins.
Well, some of them give you the
Yeah,
US,
you could buy
the US
you
exchange
could buy
or whatever. Yeah,
fake.
But like these girls aren't doing shit.
I believe
Yeah.
905 you could buy fake money. You buy fake money.
yeah,
And you can throw it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got here. It's
They
kinda
might as well
weird.
hand you Monopoly dollars when you do that.
That's basically
Yeah.
that'd be cool. I like Monopoly. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Like here's some Monopoly money. But what does the stripper do with it? Does she take them and exchange them for real money at
Yeah,
the
she
end
probably
of the
just
day?
exchange it from her boss or
Yeah.
whatever.
So
and then that's why
weird.
those girls get into fights later, you know, because like, no, what the fuck?
They're fighting over fake money.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Money is just paper. Just remember that.
Money's just paper.
Yeah.
Jamal's ultimate question: why can't they just print more?
Real shit. These guys are
There's
talking
a
about
reason why, dude.
there's not actually a reason why, and you know you're getting finesse.
There's a reason. Has to do with the economy, inflation, blah blah.
They
blah,
stormed the Capitol.
blah. They did. They let them though.
Nobody thought that would happen.
They did.
I saw other videos just the other day of a guy chilling. I don't even know where the fuck it was. Some type of sanctuary inside the Capitol. And a cop just walked in and he's like, can you just please, do you mind?
You taking in that that's gonna be like, because that's gonna be, for better or for worse, that's gonna be one of the like a monumental moment in history or whatever, right? And we get to say we lived through that, but like. Nobody, like, if somebody asks us, like, our
40
grandkids.
years from now.
Yeah, our grandkids, yo, what was it like when they fucking stormed the
I feel like
Capitol?
it
It's
was
like, bro,
not
that was
that
the
serious.
lamest shit ever, bro.
Dumb, bro. Most of the shit we lived through is dumb, bro.
Like, we can't say, you know, we lived through,
Bro.
you know, fucking world
gonna act like it's
wars.
fucking-
Yeah.
I mean, we have, but, like, they're hiding it from us, you
Yeah,
know? Like,
exactly.
Like, man's in the back in the day, like, they were living through, like, they knew who was going to war with who. Like,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, they're gonna be talking about it like it's fucking D-Day or something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's fucking like some sort of siege.
I remember
Siege
being
of
a kid
Stalingrad or
and
some
thinking that the World War
Yeah.
was literally the world at war. I
Yeah.
thought like my grandma had to hop out and she had the strap and like was like running through the streets.
That's
but it-
I mean that's basically
but that was
what
happening
it-
elsewhere, but
That's
not
basically
here.
what it was, because
Yeah.
like when all the guys were sent over, like all the women and children and people who couldn't fight were like holding on the factories and shit.
Yeah.
Like it was still fucked up over
It was
here,
still
right?
fucked up. I just thought it was happening
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
it's
before
funny.
I,
Like,
before
every country-
before I took history and
Like
shit.
every country just
Every
yeah.
country,
Scrapping,
like I literally thought it was
You
like
know?
Like
got,
Super
like-
Smash Brothers, like
yeah, real shit. Like Super Smash. Like you don't know who's pulling up on you.
Or like
all
fucking-
this shit's happening.
I think it's like fucking, you know that game Civilization or like Risk?
Yeah.
Some shit,
Basically, yeah.
Like, you think it's
I
like
have
something-
Civilization actually.
Yeah, you know
for
that
Switch.
game? Yeah, it's something like
To
that.
run that.
Like everything's fighting. Everyone's fighting. No, it was literally just France, Germany, and like where it was
And
happening.
whoever
a
was
little
in
bit of
between.
Japan, a little
Yeah,
bit north,
exactly.
a little bit of North Africa, and that was
Yeah.
in Italy. That was literally it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Sucks.
it's just that's it. Definitely not the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've lived through some real sus,
Just sucks.
you know, like whatever you call them, like changing moments in history or
I
whatever.
believe this pandemic will be a big historic event.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
yeah.
This will be something that they will talk about.
Yeah.
100
But they're gonna
years from now.
dramatize it
for
like,
sure,
I
yeah.
think they will. I mean,
So
a
many
lot of
people.
people have died, and this is actually
And
serious.
they
Like,
have.
Yeah, it's
like
true.
I think
yeah.
we're not even taking it in, but apparently I think America is going to surpass COVID deaths are going to surpass the deaths in World War II.
Really, eh?
Yeah,
I did
believe it
not
or
know
not,
that.
it's projected to happen. Roughly 500,000 Americans died in World War II. They're about at 400 and like something thousand now with COVID. And World War II was 4 years. COVID's been 1 year.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So just think about how crazy if we don't stop this pandemic,
How are places?
how many more people will die, right?
I'm sure. I don't know if you guys know, obviously, but how were places like? Because I remember, like, wasn't it like Brazil or like, and places like that were like really fucked. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure their numbers were like even higher.
Well,
but
a
maybe
lot
I'm
of
wrong.
countries don't test like our country, like North
Yeah,
America.
again, they're just different health systems.
So
different
the
shit
numbers
going
are
on.
very like we don't really know.
Yeah, I heard those places are fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Brazil's numbers were really high. Russia's was really crazy too at one point.
Hmm.
I think they're hiding their numbers too. But yeah, no, I don't know how the third world is dealing with it because it's weird because I've seen
I know. I think I heard something about like people are still dying more of malaria in Africa.
Oh,
than-
really?
Yeah,
than-
like the
but
third-
I mean, it's still a
it hasn't
problem.
really
but,
affected the third world
but that's more.
and-
But that's just more of a thing where it shows you like the malaria issue is actually like it's been a big thing and it actually is a huge thing because
Yeah, it's
that
just slept on.
yeah
I do think that maybe because maybe this is just an assumption that some countries in the third world haven't been affected as hard because just like lack of travel within that country. Like
Yeah.
you don't have as many people leaving and coming. Like in Canada and the United States, like how many people are flying out,
yeah
coming back, flying out. Like think about it. Like the first person who got it here got it from China
yeah
and Italy, right? They were people who traveled there who were from there. Like a third world country, maybe in Africa, like not many people are traveling all over.
Yeah,
They're just
yeah.
staying in their country. So if more people just stay there, I feel like it wouldn't spread as much. If that makes sense. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my
what
thought
you're
process
saying.
about it.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? But then there's also just the numbers are not as like accurate or public, so we don't really know
Yeah.
how many, right?
Well, we'll see what this does in history. You know, serious problem. Definitely a serious problem, but they're definitely gonna just make it way too over dramatic. You know,
Yeah.
people weren't dropping dead in the streets or anything.
Yeah.
like that.
No.
It was a lot of just people staying at home and a lot of, I would say, older people dying.
Yeah.
in like
true.
old folks'
That's
homes
true.
and shit.
Older people dying, yeah.
Because that's where the main
That's
problem
ultimately
is.
what it was, yeah.
Yeah,
It's ultimately what it was. And then the opposite, like World War II, young people dying.
yeah.
yeah
Now-
Mostly young people.
yeah
Can we talk about the elephant in the room though?
What's up?
A lot of old people are dying. Isn't this what they kind of wanted?
We're getting into conspiracies now, eh?
I'm just saying.
I mean,
think this is
who,
like-
who wanted? Who do you think?
We were always saying the old people are taking up the jobs, and I'm, you know, and this and that.
Yeah.
It's just
I think it
that
maybe,
generation is
maybe this was one of the first
hit.
things where we've confronted that in a way where it's because it's like it's been such a mass time where like a bunch of old people have died because of one thing, but it's like it's related to the issue, but it's also a similar issue. But like the baby boomers
Yeah.
outpopulate us by like the old people in this world right now that we're living in, it's a ridiculous,
ridiculous
disproportionate, whatever, you know. So it's like
Yeah.
when you have this entire workforce, this entire generation retire, like there's gonna be so many
Yeah, you have
jobs,
a
so
lot-
many houses, you know, like
The 45 to 65 demographic is very, very
yeah,
high.
the boomers, yeah,
The boomers are like my dad's in the boomer era. Essentially, he's 62. Yeah, they have like the highest population,
yeah.
right? But again, give another 10 to 15 years, you're gonna see a big drop
Maybe
off.
maybe right now we don't know the numbers, but maybe right now there's like gonna be like a COVID, you know, baby boom. But I don't think it's gonna be as big as the baby boom because that was
I don't know. Would there
Yeah.
be a COVID baby boom? I feel like just people are
people are
broke.
home, but
You think
yeah,
more
people
people
are
are
broke.
having kids because or conceiving humans, I should say, because of COVID.
I mean,
don't know.
I don't know. It's only been like 10 months, right? So the babies are gonna start coming in the next few months. So we gotta see. But I don't know. I don't know.
I was a pandemic baby. That's a weird thing to
Yeah,
say.
that's a weird ass thing to say. But yeah, I don't know.
Like, cause think about it. You know, there might have been a lot of people our age or like 5 years older than us who had they're married or they had a long-term partner, but they were like working all the time. But now
Right.
they got stuck at home together now. You know, so it's like. Yeah, they're still committed to the same job that they have, but they just have the ability, they have the time at home. You know, they don't have to deal with the commute. They don't have to do all that stuff. They just, you know, they have the time at home, right? I don't know.
I'm just interested
sense.
to see how this affects us in the long run.
Yeah.
You know, well, again, I'm just interested for the future. I'm seeing a lot of interesting things come out. Like
That's what I'm more excited or not excited, just interested
excited,
to see.
but yeah,
like
yeah.
what this is gonna do to change the trajectory of our future. You know, because
all of our shit's moving online.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. When we eradicate COVID as much as we can, I always feel like it's gonna be around. It just like won't be as. It'll be like chickenpox.
yeah,
You get it occasionally, right? Kind of thing. Yeah, I'd like to see how, because a lot of technology has advanced like crazy fast over the last year.
yeah,
Right. The businesses have had to adapt.
Yeah.
And update their shit. 5 years, whatever would have took 5 years, they had to do it in a year. You know what I mean? So we're just seeing huge innovation.
And it's like people
and
are
efficiency.
just taking advantage of the technology that's like
Yeah.
online calls, shit like
Yeah.
that. People are just taking advantage of shit that's already existed, but we didn't need it as much until now, you know?
Yeah, and now we're seeing the faults.
Yeah,
the good
exactly.
things about these
Yeah.
things
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
And now everybody's starting to make those changes, and those tweaks to all their tech.
That's right. It's interesting to see when we're back to normal, how society will function in that way. How will we pull back these things that exist now? Not likely. I feel
Yeah.
like these things are going to stay.
Yeah.
Right. Which could be bad or good.
And that's the thing. This is the worst part about it. It's a lot of the stuff that is changing is stuff that I've wanted and prefer, but I also understand the dangers of it. Like, for example, us having to, changing your health card, and also you being again, they're moving into a space where you don't even have to go to offices and shit like that anymore.
Yeah.
so the office space culture is being removed
But not even that. Like, think about
because
getting a new passport. That's gonna shit like that. Getting a new driver's license and shit like that. You're gonna be able to send in a fucking photo soon.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that's
going to
sick,
be
though. I
an
like that.
online.
And I like that, but your information is gonna be at risk now.
Everything comes with its new set of,
So I'm
checks and
excited because
balances.
now I don't gotta fucking go to Ontario, whatever the fucking spot's called, whatever.
Service Ontario.
Yeah, Service Ontario. I don't have to go to Service Ontario at Scarborough Town Center no more. Now I could just do this shit at home.
Yeah.
yeah.
But now my shit's at risk because these fucking hackers and
Yeah,
these fucking
exactly.
anonymous ass
Yeah.
Yeah,
know?
I feel that. Efficiency
and
is
shit's
there.
being breached
Mans are just
every day.
flying on your name. And you
Yeah.
don't know for 10 years, you don't know.
I was in Bali. Like the fuck.
There's businesses that have now figured out that, like having a smaller workforce, less employees to hire, is saving the money, and
Yeah.
they can still have the same efficiency.
Yeah.
they
Yep.
can still have, they can still sell the same amount.
Yeah, a lot of people are seeing how many corners could be cut and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
how much they could get away with not having, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, so then like lack of jobs, especially in the lower tier like
Yeah.
jobs like minimum wage, jobs that and minimum wage jobs need to exist because there's young people who need to work at those places.
You go on Indeed right now. Your only jobs available to you are Uber, fucking Amazon, working in a warehouse.
Yeah, because they just burn through people like no tomorrow.
Exactly, and then maybe working at a restaurant because they need
Yeah.
extra hands there because
Yeah.
they do the extra work right now.
Yeah, and so many places now are more used to curbside pickup. They don't need as many people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's I don't know. It's good and bad. It's good and bad. For people who need jobs, this might come out with a lot of jobs being removed. A lot of companies figuring out how to do it differently. Mm-hmm. I don't like how the office culture could be removed.
You don't like that? I like it.
I don't think working from home doesn't work for everybody. I don't think it
Definitely
not
not.
everyone's home is suitable to be as a workspace.
Definitely not. But I think
what I mean?
that's what a lot of people have invested in this past year.
Yeah,
I personally
Yeah.
did.
Because when you think about it, right? Like I
Kevin technically did.
That's what I mean. Like I've been kind of building this for like 20 years to be like the you know. But that's what I mean. It's like it's a thing where people's biggest purchases in their life is usually their house, right? And you spend most people who work for it, they only spend like 5 hours awake
Yeah.
a day enjoying it max, maybe
Yeah.
4, maybe 3, and then on weekends they're
On the
going
weekend
out
a little bit.
yeah, and then they're going out or whatever, and then you basically the biggest purchase in your life is just a bed, like
Yeah.
it's just a big bed. But yeah, there's houses that have tons of people living and lots of family and stuff. But yeah, like we have houses where we can create these corners for ourselves, and maybe that is like not only cost efficient but space efficient too. Actually using the value of your house.
Like for example, my mom, she's been working from home. She hates it.
why
But
is
she
that?
has
Why?
to. Because also what's happening is my cousins are at home.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So not everyone's workspace is very
Yeah.
work
Exactly.
friendly.
No, yeah.
There's a
Hers,
lot of
she
some
hates
people who
it.
live with kids, or there's a lot of distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, for yourself there. And sometimes when you're and I've noticed like sometimes I do prefer to be in an office
1000%.
or even a coffee shop or something like that. You know what I mean? I'd rather be there. Sometimes my efficiency is better. It just depends. Like I like office. And that's why I kind of dream of us having an office one day.
Yeah.
Even though technically I don't think we need one. We don't
need one. We need a space.
We need a space to shoot videos. Studio.
Yeah, a studio.
Studio's different.
But it would be a
Office,
good spot for us to edit at. and-
Yeah.
we need like a
Do
suite,
shit.
like an editing suite and a studio shoot the
Yeah.
reaction, shoot the videos.
Yeah.
Podcast,
Take some photos, do the
room.
podcast.
We need a space like that. That's not an office. I mean like office where people are sitting down and blah blah
Yeah,
blah blah.
I
We
feel
don't really need that space, but I would like to have that space.
Yeah,
Just-
no.
I think it's just a nice place to
I would like
to meet. You can
yeah.
network there.
I would like a place that I could go to,
Yeah.
do my work, and then leave it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why working at home is sometimes annoying.
Because you can't separate those
Yeah.
two things.
Exactly.
It's hard to.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Unless you live in this big ass house
Yeah.
where you can.
Yeah.
Like if you have a big mansion, you could have like one little room out there, be like your office, and then you leave it, and it's like it's on the other side of the world. But if you live in a little studio apartment, you're stuck in this little room.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? All day, you live there, you eat there, you work there.
That's my life right now.
Yeah, so like it's cool. Long term, I think it would drive me crazy. I would like to be able to. I like the idea of actually getting up and driving somewhere and being in a different scenery.
I feel you.
You know, if I'm downtown, I get to like after work, get to go to a bar or whatever. But if I'm at home, like after work,
You just go
I'm
downstairs.
still at home.
Yeah.
Like,
You just go to
You
your
know.
kitchen.
yeah, I don't know. Like it's just
No, I feel that
feel
because
me on
that's
that
how I
one?
feel now. Like because like I'm just at home, and that's how I feel. I just feel like I'm in my room, like I was saying earlier, just all the fucking time. And then
Yeah.
the only time I step out is to make a lunch or make dinner.
Yeah.
And like even today, my mom was like, "Oh, nice to see you today," and I was like, "Yeah, nice to see you too. All right, I'm out. I'm going to the podcast." like that's it, you know.
my parents make similar comments.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, hey,
But
where have you been?
but that's what it is, you know. Sometimes it's just like you're just stuck in this space. But going back to my mom, quick, her work actually just sent her shit. Like they sent her chair that she had there, and
That's nice.
computer.
That's nice
Even Lily, the girl that did the logo for the podcast,
Yeah.
that's what her work did. They sent her computer and anything else that she needed so that she could
That's
just
nice.
work from home, which is sick. but you're just like, damn, like
Even like someone
I
like
gotta
her.
do work.
Yeah.
She's a graphic
Yeah.
designer. She doesn't need to go to an office.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Graphic
she doesn't need
design?
to. And I'm sure she's like. I feel like she's happier at home because she's not the type to really, like she doesn't really want to just leave her house. Like she's the type of person. She's a homebody.
It's cheaper. You just save money on transportation.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that might be a bonus, but
Yeah,
you're less likely to eat out. I mean, unless you're on the Uber Eats game,
yeah, exactly.
But like I don't even if like and I like working at home. Like if I were to I would have a balance between the two. Like I'm at the office 2-3 times a week, and I'm maybe at home 2 times a week.
Yeah.
Something like that would be nice.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
That would be a nice mix. If I could do that, that'd be cool.
Keep it flexible.
Yeah.
That'd be ideal.
Sometimes you just don't want to get up and drive to work, right? And you want to just be at home and you still work. But sometimes you want to get up and drive somewhere.
Yeah.
So if I could have like that flexibility in a world, like that'd be sick.
I think that's what offices might start doing is like
Yeah.
letting people choose the days that they want to come in, not have everybody come in every day, but just some people work from home some days and then they come in and those people stay home and like kind of trade off.
Yeah. It's just businesses are now noticing, do they even need, like certain industries technically don't need an office.
Yeah.
And then they have these really expensive rents downtown. They're paying like $20,000, $30,000 a month for these office spaces that they're realizing, fuck, maybe we don't actually need it. We can do most shit on Zoom and we can talk on Slack, if you guys know what that is. And everything else through email. You don't really, and everyone has their computers at home. You don't really need an office besides just the social aspect of being in an office.
Being in an office,
right? So
being able to communicate faster, if anything.
Yeah.
And then once the VR shit comes in, like, it's a wrap then.
gone.
VR
bro.
office, bro.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was in VR chat last night. I was in VR chat.
What
Wow.
was that?
Yo, VR chat. You don't know? I swear I talked about
Yeah,
VR
sure, we
chat.
talked about it.
What's
Yeah.
VR chat again? Sorry, bro. What?
Yeah, VR chat, bro. I've been in VR chat. And basically what it is, I don't have the VR for it, but you can just go in there. You have like a fucking avatar. It's the future. It's literally what you think it would be. It's a chat room, but everybody's in there's a character of some sort. So I'm some fucking
It's
8-ball.
So it's like public. It's like Sims.
I don't want to say Sims because that's kind of
You
like
have to
corny.
show me after. I haven't actually seen this.
But it's just like fucking
It's not like a
random.
video game, is it?
It's a game. Like you
Oh,
down.
it's a game.
It's not a game, but it's a game. Like I play Among Us on there in VR chat. Like, but I'm in the ship.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'm on the ship, walking around doing my tasks and shit, and I'm walking around. It's not just little fucking flat figure 2D figures.
Oh, they
walking
have
around.
like a live kind of live action.
yeah.
kind
So
of
you
Among
just
Us?
you're
That's
talking
sick.
to people, and then you can play Among Us on there with people, and you like go onto the ship, and then you walk around and you do your tasks and whatnot, and you
Imagine
come back
a
and figure out the
world
killer.
where our success, like who we were, was actually defined in something like that, and not reality.
Bro, people are
you-
big on that shit.
Can you imagine?
There's
It's
like,
gonna happen.
There's
like
VTubers.
who I am outside of this game, it doesn't matter. No one cares.
Yeah.
It's about who you are in that game.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And there's big VTubers, like personalities
VTubers.
that are out here actually making
Yeah.
a living off of VR shit, and they have like customized characters and shit like that, bro. It's wild.
10 years from now, we're gonna be talking like, yo, we should have been on the VTube shit like before. You
Yeah,
know, 'cause
real shit.
all
That's
these-
what we're gonna be saying just
Yeah.
now. Like,
should
fuck,
jump
I
on it
should have got
now.
a fucking character,
Yeah.
bro.
People live stream it, or is it on Twitch?
You can, people are on
Do
Twitch.
you need the goggles, or you just play?
You can use goggles for VR chat. You don't need to.
Oh, okay.
But some people like have some like they have the fucking like the bodysuits that they have in like Lord of the Rings and shit. That guy that legendary dude, they have those shits. If you have enough money and you just sit in front of your computer and just handles it for you.
What the hell?
It's crazy, bro. And I'm out here talking with fucking weebs and shit about anime. And I'm feeling like a loser, but it's lit. Like sometimes it's lit. And if they're too annoying, then I'll go to another world and I'll just chill.
So what do you do? Just
That's
live?
the life, bro. Yeah,
just
like
live.
can you imagine like if you just somebody in your face and you just don't want to talk to them
And you
anymore?
just
You just cut.
Yeah. I just hit escape and I choose another world. I'm out of there. And they're like, what the fuck?
That's sick, bro. That's like if real life, like you're just like, fuck Canada, I'm gonna go to like Italy.
Yeah.
That's what and that's what it feels like. Like you could travel to all these different worlds.
Shit, I'm in Rome now. You know.
There's like, for example, there's that Among Us world. There's like a murder mystery one. So like they have games as well that you could play with other people, and figure out who the person is. They have so much shit. It's a good time, man. The VR chat world it's interesting. I feel like a loser
Yeah.
when I hop on there, but
Is
fuck
there
it, man.
weirdos playing it?
I don't give a fuck. I'm a nerd, yo.
It's kind of nerdy.
There's some weirdos on there.
Being a nerd's cool now.
Yeah, being a nerd's
Everyone
cool.
being
Like,
a nerd, I don't know if we remember.
okay, because like now, like I got my PC and
Yeah.
I've just like I've known that I've been this nerdy forever, you know. But now I'm like so much more comfortable and I feel just so much cooler being able to
Well,
be like,
like tech,
yo, fuck it.
tech and nerd culture was before not really cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of become I do that.
Well,
a
it's
lot.
like
become
Silicon
cool.
Valley and like
Yeah.
the Marvel Cinematic Universe and
These
like
things
Yeah.
have become mainstream.
video games became
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, anime's coming up right now.
It's hip hop
Yeah.
did a lot for
And
video
they-
games and anime.
and anime. Yeah,
Believe it or
exactly. I was
not.
about to say like, I wanna. There's this video essay this guy did on the relationship between anime and hip hop music and black culture, and it's just very interesting just to see how everything just aligns. It's just like this shit was made for each other, you
Yeah.
know, and you just don't take it in. But yeah,
Do you know some of the points of why?
it was just around this time that certain things were coming out,
Hmm.
certain nods. So you have like, for example, Wu-Tang, right? Wu-Tang, they're not known for anime or anything like that, but they're known for their love for Asian culture and martial arts movies,
which is
Right.
like the predecessor to
which is exactly the
anime or
predecessor.
like Asian culture in America. You know, like-
Exactly,
yeah.
which gets more people on it. So I remember being at my fucking like my dad's house, bro, and we're watching. I can't remember what was it, like Twin Brothers or some shit, like crazy martial arts movies that I'll just never fucking forget. And I would have never
Yeah.
seen had it not been for him loving Wu-Tang so much, right? And then you have shows like Samurai Champloo, and that's a Japanese show, but it's about hip hop culture in a samurai world. So it's like mans are breakdancing, they're doing graffiti on the walls, but they're still at the end of the day, there's a crazy sword fight.
yeah.
it's just wild to think about. And dudes are rapping in the streets, and it's like 1800s Japan.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, but it
Makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense for the time that it was made for.
Yeah,
From
exactly.
both sides, from the hip hop and the black culture side, but then also because you had at the same time like Japanese people and Asian people starting to fall or create their own and fall in love with hip hop culture too. So it was like the mutualism of it, you know, like
Yeah.
it was Japanese people falling in love with the American hip hop and then hip hop falling in love
with the Japanese
and
culture.
stuff, yeah.
Did you know that one of the biggest like dance hall groups in the world is a Japanese group?
Really?
Yeah, and they're out here.
I heard they had
Throwing
there's a huge dancehall culture in Japan. I heard. Yeah.
And they're throwing it back, getting crazy, yo. Listen to the Vibes Cartel, and
Really?
they're doing all that.
Yeah.
That's like two completely different worlds.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that shit's
being
out
mixed.
there, bro. Yeah,
That's
it's just wild.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
That's
just it's
crazy.
just crazy to think about, and you don't, and yeah, it's just weird to think about how people could relate to each other so much and just never have met, you know, and be on the other side of the world pretty much, and
Different languages.
different languages, and you share so much. But yeah, yo.
And it's just when you think about hip hop and you think about anime, they're like two things that are just so they grew from the culture, and they're
Yeah.
they're not these byproducts of like commercialism or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
or like art. I don't even know what like they're just
It's-
purely based on the culture that
Yeah.
they come from, right? And like that's why they speak to. It's so weird that you can have something created for culture, like a specific culture, but then they can speak to so many
So many different people.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a black dude out there that hasn't at least watched Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And loves Dragon Ball Z low key.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't fuck with anime anymore.
Yeah.
It's very.
He'll be like, yo, Dragon Ball Z though?
It's
Yeah.
at least like a popular
know?
one, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
Because it's
know.
just
A
like,
lot of
yeah,
people
it's
have
certain
seen
things
that.
like that
Yeah.
that you'll always see. Lil Uzi Vert always talking about fucking Naruto shit. He has a song called Sasuke. It's just, you know.
Yeah, he's been one of those guys. It's
and it's because of that younger generation now too. These guys are getting older.
That's SoundCloud.
And now they're putting that
those
shit out there.
SoundCloud mans have really kind of even like XXX. Those guys, the SoundCloud mans.
XXX.
That little time was very much into anime.
Those pictures of XXX, those like anime drawings are literally a character in
Yeah.
Naruto, Itachi. That's what they try to base it around, you know.
yeah.
So
They were anime fans, so
That's wild, man.
yeah.
It's wild to think about, but that's the world we live in. And yeah, I don't mind being a nerd anymore, yo. It's just I'm just like, yo, fuck it, yo. Like, what am I gonna do? Be a thug, bro? And just what? Get shot.
I mean,
Yeah.
be fake. That's
And be fake, you know?
If that's not who you are. Like then
Yeah,
why,
I'm not like
why
I'm
are
not
you
like a
gonna-
thug. Like I'll beat you up and shit like that. But I'm just like, and I
Yeah, when it's necessary.
yeah, when it's necessary. I just don't
Yeah.
like being disrespected at the end of the day. You know
no
what I
one
mean?
does. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
No one
that's
does.
that's how I am. I just don't like being disrespected. Like I take that very seriously.
that's
But-
fair.
But
When you
other
think
than
about
that,
like the things
chilling.
that people used to call people nerds for, it's just what you think about it now. It's just if you were interested in something, you were just
yeah,
called a
if you were
nerd.
interested in
You know what I
something,
mean? If you
literally.
just put,
Yeah.
if you applied effort, or you just like you were
You liked Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah.
You're a nerd.
If you cared about something beyond,
Bruh.
just being able to like just watch it from as far and like
Yeah.
just judge it, like no, you actually
Yeah.
went out and like learned more about it and like got into the world, then you're a nerd. That's all it is, right? Like,
but those same people that are out here acting hard and whatnot are watching
yeah,
fucking couples pranks on YouTube. And
yeah, they're watching some whack shit.
the fuck
bro.
Yeah, and Power.
Like, bro,
I'm not saying Power is a bad show,
I'd rather watch my
but
Dragon Ball
the
Z
fuck-
than that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
My fucking Pokemon.
You know.
mans were actually learning from that, like
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm learning about life shit.
Yeah.
I'm seeing real shit happen in that Cell Saga, bro.
yeah.
Shit, yo,
shit's
we've
crazy.
never seen before. I'm learning about space,
Yeah.
Shit.
planet Namek, and time, and
Planet Namek.
the time shift.
Yeah, the hyperbolic time chamber is
Exactly.
like we
That-
wouldn't have been able to
Yo.
understand Interstellar if it wasn't for that.
Real
you know?
shit.
'Cause
I feel like it's shit like that that makes me understand space and
Yeah,
time so
yeah.
much.
That's true. Like having that less, because if you think about the hyperbolic time chamber, like that's like you were just like as an 8-year-old, you could any 8-year-old who watched Dragon Ball Z, you can explain to them like, yeah, you can be in this place for 5 minutes, but it has the gravitational density where it makes you feel like you've been there for a year, and the kid's like, yeah, okay, I get it. Like Vegeta did that.
Yeah, facts. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You just facts.
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a really complicated concept, you know.
Yeah, it's wild to just to think about, yo. Just, to
Just
think
know
of
that this
understanding.
fucking cider's getting me kind of fucked up.
Yo, I'm cheap.
It's that 5.5, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. That
five,
point
yeah?
that 0.5 makes a big difference.
Don't
Not
kill
gonna
me.
lie.
That
And I
0.5, don't
and
kill
I
me.
just I just ate like a bunch
Oh yeah, true.
of Osmos,
Yeah,
The
and
Osmos,
it's
yeah.
hitting me hard. Like
yeah.
I'm feeling wavy. Like, I
haven't
don't
eaten
know
today,
what's going
and I'm
on.
waiting. But I just noticed that it says light sky.
Yeah, it's the light beer.
It's a light us.
still
So.
a
You know what I mean?
four,
We're,
though.
we're in
But
Corona
it's still
time,
up for
like,
us. It's all good.
I haven't had a Belgian moon probably.
I haven't gotten drunk in a little while. What's the last time I got drunk? I can't even remember.
I've gotten drunk a couple times. Well, around Christmas.
Probably like your birthday and Christmas time.
Around that time, I was pretty hammered. Yeah. No, like hangover, like puking. I haven't been like that in over like almost a year. Right, like blackout, fucking.
Yeah.
Like the last time was, I don't even know. I don't even know, man. I
That's
can't remember.
depressing. Even though you never really want that, but like
Yeah.
that's just depressing to think about.
You just assume you get one of those.
I can't remember the last time I got
Yeah.
fucked
I
up.
usually do. I think that the true fucked up part, I think it was probably like the walk or something.
Oh yeah.
The walk
Walk.
2019, probably.
I didn't even get too fucked up on that.
The walk 2019,
I just
which
felt
was
like
around
trash.
September 2019.
I think I got
September,
fucked.
October.
I think I got fucked up on Thanksgiving.
That was probably like the most fucked up I got since. That was like
Since
well
then.
over a year ago. So
damn
yeah,
the walk.
the walk, something we need to continue.
Yeah,
So if
Do you
man's
think
on
we could do it this summer?
I hope.
the COVID edition, we just hit patios
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we could.
I'm down. Like I'm so down. Like
I'm
we're
down to do
thriving
the
for that. I know we're like, but you know how fucking fucked we're gonna be.
Yeah.
Like just our tolerance level is so bad right now.
Man's gonna lose their masks.
Yeah,
I'd
get
be
stuck
so-
outside the
Be
bar.
so pissed.
We're gonna have to
bro.
wear our masks
Yeah.
and be like drunk as hell, and
So annoying.
it's so and it's gonna be hot if we're doing the summer.
Have we talked about the walk on here? I don't know.
Maybe like
we might have done the podcast after, like we might have not done it during the podcast, right? We did it right before.
Really? I
don't know.
I don't know.
no, we definitely talk about the walk. I remember the walk is basically our pub crawl where we do across the Toronto subway lines down
The
the
world.
down the young. Is it the young line?
Yeah, the
the young
The
young
one line, yeah.
the university line. Every single other, every stop or every other stop.
Every other stop. yeah.
Every other stop, we go to the nearest bar and have a beer, essentially.
And then every transfer station you have two.
You have two beers, or you know,
Or
if
a
you-
shot.
or a
Yeah.
shot, you know, whatever. But
But
a
usually
beer,
you just get the brew because you
you
just
usually
like,
get the brew.
I need to.
You don't
I
want to
need
get
time.
Yeah, you don't want to get more
Time.
fucked up. Yeah.
Like a shot hits you, like you're like, ding. Although like sometimes you might want the shots because you just don't want to sip something for so long.
Yeah.
You might say, "Fuck, get out of the way," kind of thing. But
Yeah. We We started last time. You started at Finch. We started at Finch with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we started at Finch Station. We go all the way down to Harborfront.
It's weird. Like in the beginning, you're not that drunk, and there's like long periods where you're walking long distance, so you kind of sober up a little bit. But once you get around Danisville, whatever, like halfway through, the stations are very close. So
Davisville, dude.
Did I say that wrong?
yeah.
Davisville. The stations are like a lot closer, and
And then
you
it starts
surprise.
slapping
It just slaps you in the face at one point.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, you take a drink, boom, like you're
Yeah.
blackout, dude.
Yeah, I mean the distance
Around
between
college,
like,
you're blackout.
The distance
Like-
between Bloor and Union is probably the same as like between fucking Shepherd and
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
whatever the next one is.
Exactly. It gets intense. It gets
I'm
intense.
trying to find the
Especially when you hit those
kilometers.
doubles. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, like this is like a crazy pub crawl we do. We didn't do it last year for obvious reasons.
And you know what's funny? The walk itself is 3.5 hours,
Hmm.
but that shit takes all
Guys,
day.
we start at about 11 a.m. Right
Once
when
you start babying those pints, bro, yeah.
yeah, because like you're like sometimes at the end like it's taking us like an hour to drink one.
Yeah,
We're just like
and you're so sick of the taste of
Yeah.
beer, bro.
fucking butlers, bro.
Everything just tastes the same, bro. You're just like, yo, this is fucking disgusting.
Bro.
It's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
You try to go to the strip club, and then oh yeah, Ian couldn't get in. Was it Ian
Oh,
or Kevin?
I think me,
Oh,
yeah.
it was Kevin. Kevin,
Yeah.
yeah. Because
They didn't let me in either. I think.
It was
one time.
Yeah. It was actually.
feel like-
it was that time I wasn't there.
We tried to go and they didn't let you in because you're what you're wearing.
Yeah.
He was wearing those joggers.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So they could get the dick print.
And I tried to go back later, and they definitely didn't let me in. So I was like, "Fucked, man." Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
Anyways, fun times. You know, this is pre-COVID times. We live in a different world now, so
I miss it.
it is what it is.
I miss it.
But yeah, cheers to that for sure.
Cheers, boys. Cheers, gang. Cheers, listeners. Cheers, watchers. What was I gonna say? Remember to follow the Mandem on Twitch.
Okay, follow him on Twitch. We're doing the shoutouts now.
Yeah, we're doing the shout outs thing. Lost in Nostalgia on Twitch. I'm gonna be running some Minecraft on there. I don't know if I might do a live stream tomorrow, even though you guys are not catching the live stream because you're listening to this now. I might do one tomorrow. If I don't, it's because I just decided to record a video instead. But I'm gonna be running some Minecraft on there. I'd like to do Among Us, but you have to get people for that, and then schedules just don't align a lot of the time. But I'm gonna be doing some Minecraft. I'm gonna do doing some scary games. So
Okay.
yeah, follow the Twitch, yo. Lost in Nostalgia.
You're the man.
Yeah, yo. I'll be screaming, laughing, crying, and chilling on Twitch soon. So yeah, get over there. But yeah, yo, Ian has the topics for us today, so let's get to it. What is it today, Ian?
We're gonna be talking about criticism, taking criticism
Taking
as
criticism.
a creative, as a person, as a whoever,
Giving it to.
I'm
giving it to, taking criticism and giving it.
because I feel like
What are the differences between doing that and just talking shit?
okay, let's start somewhere. Do you guys feel like you take criticism well?
Yes and no.
I feel like what do you think?
I would say yes and no as well.
And
yeah.
same
Yes,
as
yeah,
me. I
yeah.
would say yes and no as
Yeah.
well.
Yes and no. It definitely depends on who it's coming from. Okay, someone close to me is probably. Is it more? I don't think.
It depends on
depends
the
on
closeness
how
and
you-
who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. A complete stranger, I usually don't give a fuck about.
And also, I would say like maybe the context too.
Yeah.
Like maybe and not that my mom has given me criticism or like but like it is feedback, and it's like if she's giving me some sort of suggestion about like music career, like yo, this person was on like BT, you should hit that person up or whatever. You're not gonna listen to them, but obviously I will listen to my mom on a bunch of other
Yeah,
things,
a bunch of other shit.
except for that.
Yeah, except for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because you just feel like maybe they just actually don't know.
yeah.
They don't get
Like
it.
what they're saying, like
Yeah.
we know you don't really know too much about this.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
saying shit to help. And
Yeah,
we appreciate
exactly.
It, but
Yeah.
like, don't really know how it works.
there are people who are close in your life where it's like you know that they mean well, and then you just
Yeah.
know that they're just out of their depth. Like they're just
Yeah.
talking about something that they don't like. You just know more about, which is fine, obviously, right?
Yeah. That kind of criticism is kind of like, okay, you're not
Yeah.
gonna get mad about
Yeah.
it. You're just like, okay.
And then there are people who, you know, like, I think there are people who are good at giving criticism, and then there are people, there's people who are close to you, but you also know kind of like how to take the criticism, because even if you don't know like how to explain it, you just know over the years you develop with them, like you just know the way that they kind of word things and like how to take it. And I always feel like no matter what, like who it is, even if they give good criticism or if they mean well or whatever, I always like will like figure it out better later on. You know what I mean? Like I'll understand what
exactly.
they mean when I have a little bit of time to process it.
It's sometimes when it's given to you right away, you're right. It does take a bit of time to sometimes process that criticism. Sometimes, and some people are very defensive of criticism, like right off the bat. And like, I guess it's human nature to some degree because you're getting attacked. I mean, but you're not. I mean, you shouldn't look at it that way. It's all about the mindset of taking that criticism, right? Yeah. And for me, it really does depend on who it's coming from. I feel like actually I was about to say the opposite, but I think strangers actually piss me off more than people that I know or closer to me. If you, Zach, him, Kevin gives me criticism, like I'm actually more. I think I'm gonna receive it well than some random dude on YouTube is gonna bother me more. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, because
Like, it's
those
weird.
usually aren't. It's not framed as criticism. Like when somebody's making a YouTube comment, they're trying to troll or they're trying to talk shit.
Or even if they are trying to give us feedback on YouTube, for example, they just don't know how to word that shit.
Yeah.
It's just you just tell me what the problem is. You don't give me a solution.
Yeah.
You don't say maybe think about
You're
this.
just like, yo, this is bad. You know, the
Right.
audio is bad or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, like we get that on our,
Yeah.
on our
we got that.
reaction.
We got that one time.
Like our audio's bad, the movie's too quiet.
Yeah.
Can we turn it up?
And I'm just like, you could watch the movie.
We got a comment recently saying how it's like so quiet you can hear us breathe and it's awkward.
Yeah.
Someone
good.
wrote that.
Listen to me breathe because
you can't hear the movie.
Yeah, because Harry Potter and what is it, Warner, are gonna take down our channel if you don't listen to me breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically,
So,
it's copyright.
It's copyright.
Warner's
we
really
are
strict.
stealing a movie and putting it basically online.
Exactly.
Yeah,
for
we're
everybody to
chopping it up
view.
like crazy.
Exactly.
We're only showing
We show about
10
20
minutes of
no,
the
oh,
movie.
we show about for movies we can do more. So about 20 minutes.
show 20 minutes of the movie
About.
broken up in a way where you can't even really
20
watch
minutes
it.
of a 2 hour,
Of a 2 hour movie.
45 to 3 hour movie.
And it's broken up
Yeah.
in a way if you've
Yeah.
never seen Harry Potter, you're not even gonna understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Barely.
You have to pretty much watch the
Yeah.
fucking movie before watching our reaction. Or else
Exactly.
it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because you don't even know what the hell's going on. It's just a bunch of random scenes. It's like a trailer.
Yeah, it's not a watch along. Yeah,
No, it's
you're
not a
You're not
watch-along.
gonna.
It's not a let's
watch
play.
the movie. Yeah,
In a version of a movie.
it's not. It's not. Harry Potter with Lost in Nostalgia audio commentary. Like,
Soon.
yeah, that's
When we get to Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, can you upload whole movies on Patreon without copy?
We would have to do timer reactions. So we can time the movie so we count it down for people. And then we just have a timer on screen. But we can't show any of the video. But that way we could have the full thing. Or we could just release audio commentary if we want, which some people do. But back to criticism.
Anyways, yeah.
I feel like it's again for me, yes or no, yes and no. I feel like I take criticism well. It does like when people don't have context to the decisions that I've possibly made, then sometimes that's where it kind of irks you.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
for me, I'm let's say for an edit, right? Or even like, literally last night, for example, Ian, I sent him a cut of the video that we're working on for Creep, and he tells me, I don't really like the shots at the beginning of the intro. And he's like, yeah, I think they're like kind of like bad, right? So I was like, okay, why do you think they're bad? And then he explained it. So that one went until he explained it to me. I was kind of like pissed off, but then when he explained it, I was like, okay, it makes sense. He's saying it just doesn't fit. It doesn't look as good. as some of the other stuff that we could have. And then he offered a solution. He's like, maybe try this or this and that, right? Then that's where I could take the criticism and be like, okay, I can do this. And then what did I do? I did exactly what Ian said. I sent it to the client. And then they're like, yo, that looks sick.
Do they like it now more?
Yeah, they literally,
not trying to like,
literally
I solved the issue.
No, literally Matt was like, yo, that's fucking hard. I love that shit.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, great. So Ian was right.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but see, like that's when it's useful is when you have a second set of eyes.
Yeah.
And see, like as creators, it can be hard to give that person that responsibility unless you trust them, right? Because if they're not going to give you something that you can actually use, because you know you're investing so much time in this, and so that's what it comes to too. Is like, you know, when you spend 10 hours, 12 hours or something, and then somebody watches this 3-minute thing that you think, and they have a 3-minute opinion on it, and you're like, you're dealing with a 3-minute opinion, I'm dealing with a 12-hour opinion.
Because before that, I had been looking and searching because we didn't have enough B-roll for the video.
Yeah.
So I had to get stock footage.
Yeah.
So I sent the client one cut with stock footage, and then they're like, I don't really like it. I was like, okay, fuck. I tried another one. He's like, this one's okay. You know? And then I did another one, and he didn't say anything. So I was like, I guess that suffices.
Yeah.
You know, that's okay.
Yeah.
And then when I did what Ian asked me to do, he was like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, but I had been spending so much time. I remember I literally spent like 3 hours looking through fucking story blocks, looking for fucking just stock footage of anything that made sense.
I'll give you a tip on stock footage. It is more expensive, so maybe you just don't have the budget. But there is ungraded stock footage that you can
that's why I
color.
couldn't get that. Yeah,
It's expensive though.
yeah, it's too expensive.
You can get 4K ungraded where you can match it.
where you can match the footage.
Because it's already graded, or it has like already like a whatever, it has saturation and shit.
Yeah.
It's so hard to match. You can't. And I just like that video that we just watched. It's great. I love it. All the shots are beautiful. It's one of the better looking videos I think we've ever shot. And,
for sure.
I just didn't want it to get ruined by like two
shots,
2 or 3 stock footage shots that
especially when they're at the beginning.
Especially at the beginning. And that's what was really bothering me. I'm like, yo, fuck this. Like I was like, at this point, it'd be better to just reuse a shot.
Yeah, that's literally what we kind of did.
We just took the tail end of a shot we already reused, and I don't even think
Nobody
you
noticed.
really notice it's the same shot. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're really watching it. And fuck, I've seen big budget videos use the same shots.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I've seen like big budget videos, biggest names in the world use the same shots, you know. And I'm even surprised. I'm like, shit, how did that happen? But
Well, you know, they had the same shooting schedule, bigger shooting schedule, bigger budget, obviously. But at the end of the day, they're not going back for reshoots on some of these shits, right? So they just got to use what they have
they just
to.
do what they can.
So it's like you're in the same position as them.
Yeah, literally.
in
At
those
the end of the
positions.
day,
So,
right?
and
Yeah.
I was like, yo, dude, I know you can find. We'll get off this topic in a second. I know you can find like a little snippet of somewhere. I don't know, it was very limited, but made it
Yeah,
work.
it was limited, but again, it was just one of those things where Ian was like, "Yeah, I don't like it," and when I had to hear it again, I was like, "Okay." I remember when Ian said he didn't like it, I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yo, why can't I get yo?"
You want to re-export?
Because exactly. I don't want to export again. I just want to be done with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just want to be done and move on because I had already. Because again, you're an editor. And we're talking about different subjects. So again, for me specifically, I'm an editor.
Yeah.
I'm working on this shit all day,
I get it.
fucking long. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
And I know, like when I speak up about something like that, I know in the back of my head, Jamal's gonna hate me for this. I'm so hesitant. Like,
that's good.
I'm kind of scared.
It's
of
a
you.
good thing.
I'm
That's
like,
a
I don't
good
know how
feel-
you're gonna react.
No, but that's a good
right
feeling
now.
to have when you're trying to provide criticism. Is like
Yeah.
when you know that the person is not. It doesn't matter who it is on the other end. Like,
Yeah.
You have to kind of treat them like, okay, they're gonna take this badly. How am I gonna be able to explain it to them
I
in a
try
way
it.
that it's like
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing.
I try to make it as
help
nice as possible.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Exactly.
help. The
Exactly.
overall product, right?
Yeah. But it was it was what it was. Like in that scenario, when Ian had to tell me that, even though I already heard the criticism from the client themselves, you know what I mean? Then I was like, okay, fuck. Like I gotta do this again. I gotta find something. So I just took what Ian said because I had thought about that idea, but I was just like, I don't want to reuse it.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't want to reuse shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you feel cheap, but it's not cheap.
Yeah.
It's just like
and I know, like I think, and then, like I said, I think reusing that shot was better than the stock footage.
Yeah, definitely.
That's just me, because like I just don't like the stock footage.
Yeah.
Shit.
No,
Unless it's very subtle. Like I don't even know the video we just watched, the other one.
Yeah.
With the bamboo, there was stock footage in there. Did you even notice?
No.
Yeah, that should match
Okay.
pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shot. Yeah, it's there. There's like one or two shots you didn't notice.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And
That stuff I was okay with.
Yeah. Because, nobody ever criticized me on that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, going into this one, I was like, okay, cool. The stock footage that I've been kind of finding here is kind of working.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got more criticism on it this time, it was annoying. But again, me having to take criticism and be understanding that, yeah, you've busted your ass on this whole time, but at the end of the day, people have to be happy, and everybody has to be happy.
That's being an editor. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just take shit.
The client and
really
us,
Yeah.
that's it just is what it is. So I've learned to take criticism and recognize that people aren't attacking me. They just want something better.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Dude,
they just
yeah.
want something to look a certain way, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. In the role of an editor, like video editor, you are probably taking some of the most criticism out of anyone.
Yeah.
Literally. Because everyone's response to you is change this, change that, I don't like this, I don't like that. And like they gotta remember that what you're creating something from the footage. Like that's your artwork. in a
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
Like that, and you're getting ripped up by everyone technically.
Nonstop.
You know what I mean?
But
That's-
at the same time,
yeah.
it's like you're working with things that you can't create or
I can't redo.
You can. There's a certain extent, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you can't make anything. You know, if there's something that somebody has a problem with, that's where the criticism for stuff like video editing comes in hard. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if other people don't understand that, but it's like there are things where it's like, okay, I can't just say like, yeah, just make this
Fix
shot
this.
better. You know,
really-
fix the shot. Yeah,
A
you know?
really good editor can turn mediocre footage into something decent, but you're right. There is only so far
Yeah.
that you can take it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, it was about how it was shot, how it was directed, how if the actor looks stupid in it, like I can't. If the actor fucked the line up, you know what I mean? You can't change
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
That's a really
the
important point
lighting
that
is bad,
a lot of people need to hear is the camera can be amazing, the crew can be amazing.
But if you're trash,
if your acting is horrible,
or if your performance,
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
standing up not doing nothing in front of the camera, then bruh,
doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you
Yeah,
have
that's
a
something-
100,000, 50. It doesn't matter if you have
then
$1
you
million
get 2 bill
budget, bro.
views on your video that
Yeah.
was supposed to be hot because everybody knows that you didn't do shit in it.
Yeah, when it comes to the editor, it can't
My
fix
bad, I'm
that.
sorry.
Director might be able to work with the artist on a day to fix that lack
Yo,
of.
a man could snap on a
What?
webcam and that's a viral video.
That's a
you
viral
know?
video.
It's all about performance.
Yeah.
Man.
Literally.
Like, unless there's no performance in his B-roll, but whatever.
Yeah.
All I'm trying to say is,
See, there's criticism like that where when you're dealing with a client and like they're trying to tell you things and then it's like, yeah, but you're not criticizing anything about the footage specifically or the edit, how it's
Yeah.
put it. What you're doing is criticizing the performance, which is you,
Yeah.
and you just don't want to say that.
And you're just insecure.
There's nothing, and there's nothing to fix about that. So
Yeah.
it's like it is what it is.
Yeah,
you know?
remember when we had those directors on Fatty's Shutter?
Yeah.
Those guys, they've ran.
Shouts out them, bro.
Shout out them.
They've been dropping some crazy visuals this year.
Yeah, I like their short films too.
Mm-hmm.
They've had situations where the artist they just didn't like how they looked on camera or whatever, and it was kind of like, well, we can't really fix that. That's just how you look,
Yeah.
or that's just how you were on
Yeah.
the day when you
Yeah.
were when you were in front of the camera. So it's kind of like
Shouldn't have worn that shirt.
I don't know, like.
Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Though, you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, there's things that could be put in place to help everyone. Like stylists can make artists look better, and whatever. But at the end of the day, like however the artist is acting is really up to them. I mean, the director can only tell them so much. Stop acting that way.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. Like this is me. Like this is how I look. Like this is how I perform. Okay. Well, fuck. There's not much I can do. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And you could give. It's tricky with acting, with dialogue. You can give a lot of because an actor is playing a character. You can give them a lot of info on how to act
For sure.
But with an artist, it's weird because that's literally they're kind of just being who they are.
Especially when it's their song and it's like
Yeah.
you wrote the song.
yeah,
and like,
everything is on their
you're
end.
telling them how to perform the song properly. Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's
but
really
it
weird.
Does.
Right, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it does.
does.
We've
but-
seen it.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird position for a director to be like,
Yeah.
hey, Mr. Artist, the person who wrote and recorded the song and did everything, and like they're not playing. Oh, sometimes they play a character. Most of the time, they're being themselves.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, how the fuck do you tell them to act a certain way? Like, this is just how they want to be perceived. Then, and if how they want to be perceived is whack, then like I don't know.
It is what it is.
I don't know.
Kevin, how like for your music, criticism wise? I feel like I haven't criticized your music in years. Like, like since you like started the whole like the new sound after after we did the whole Gen Squad shit and whatnot, you decided to switch up shit. I feel like I gained an understanding of what you were going for, and I didn't need to criticize it like really anymore.
Yeah,
so it's just like me personally, I'm biased. Like,
Yeah.
I think 99.99999% of this shit sounds hard.
Yeah,
In my mind.
right.
Yeah,
But have you like received criticism from other people too, or that you were just like, yo?
it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Yeah, like I do take people's opinions into consideration for sure, because ultimately at the end of the day, like what we create is for people. It's not for us. I mean,
it's for us,
such
but
a
not
weird.
really.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing.
Yeah.
Like
for us,
I
but
rely on my opinion on, like a lot at this point, just because I've been so sheltered from from other people's voices and opinions. Like it's really like the people who talk to me about my music are people that like I know personally. So like I haven't really needed to deal with. If anybody strange is coming up to me and telling me, it's usually like complimenting. It's not like a criticism type thing, right? So it's kind of hard to like, I mean,
I literally feel like the last time we criticized anything, and it doesn't even really count, was the transitions for the podcast. When you were making all the sounds. Like that was it. Like that was the last time I could remember, and it was barely criticism because most of them were hard. It was just like, well, I like this one more.
Yeah.
Like that was it. Like I like this one more because of this. It wasn't like and then okay. I remember I said maybe change this. I said I can't remember. I think it was like a timing or something like that. I can't remember, but that was literally
It grew.
That's not even a big deal.
I didn't like it at first, and it grew on me. So
yeah,
it is what it is. Sometimes you listen to something.
Yeah, so
that's I feel like at this point it's just like if I can tell that it's not for I think that's what it comes down to, is just like I know at this point like there are levels of how much you can care about something, right? Like there are the casual fans, then there's like the people who like get what you're doing, and then there are the people who like really get what you're doing, right? And it's just like
facts.
You just weigh it from those different opinions, like you're just like if you can tell like they don't really get what's going on, you're just like okay, I'll listen to you. But those opinions are valuable as well.
I take those opinions as well, but to a certain extent.
Exactly. It's just like that. I think that's what it is. I just take what I think I need to take from them.
Because I like to hear what people don't like.
Yeah.
Even if they're outside of the whole situation and they don't get what's going on.
Yeah.
I like to hear it because at some point you want to expand.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you want to understand what people do want in the outside world. So it's just like, you got to take those random strangers
exactly
from time to time, just a little bit of what they say, and you're like, okay, I can kind of understand what you
kind of have to, you have to, at any given time, you got to make sure you have like a pulse on just like the normal people's voice, like just people who have no real deep understanding of anything, like the art world. Because anytime you're talking to another artist, there's some context that they're working with, even if they don't know anything about your work. Like there's a base where it's like, okay, you can tell that they know something about what you're going for. But like when I show my music to like my nephews, like I love that shit, because getting like a kid's opinion on music is just so interesting, because it's just like these completely unfiltered ears, like they haven't gotten so many opinions in their head, and it's just like purely like they're just listening to something or watching something is like how they feel, like just emotions,
Exactly.
So I think it's like, you gotta you have to try and get opinions from people, and then kind of, I guess, formulate your own criticism from that. It's kind of
I like to
take the things that you believe that are helpful from that.
I like to like treat criticisms almost like reviews.
Of
like a restaurant or a product, for example. Like for me, I like to review all of my shit. I'll watch all the videos, watch all the Amazon and Google reviews of all the shit that I got, and then you come up with your own kind of consensus or whatever, or understanding from that.
That's proper,
and then you move forward. You're like, okay, cool, this is the decision I want to make based on how I feel about the shit and what other people have been saying.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like I like to get the the Google like aggregate review where it's like 1,000 people gave it an average score of 4.2 or whatever. Then I like to look at like somebody's long detailed
Yes.
review, you know, like get like a real like testimonial, like, you know, and then
Why somebody was mad with their quick one?
yeah.
You know, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Google
You know,
reviews
yeah.
are so fucked though, because like they're
Yeah, you know, the
that's what we're
1-star
talking about.
reviews will be like, yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
this
this
is
shit.
like
Oh, they
came-
were mean to me that day.
Yeah,
and I'm
this
like,
shit
Because
came
it's like
broken.
one
or whatever,
person's
yeah,
bad,
whatever, yeah.
one person's bad experience,
Yeah.
and then you know how it is. Like most people only write reviews when they have bad
Exactly,
experiences.
yeah.
So, and that's with criticism too. It's funny, you know, criticism can be good, right?
yeah,
You
exactly.
could, like- is that or is that not criticism? Am I fucking?
I
that
think
up?
criticism can be good
it can
too.
be good, right?
Yeah.
It could be like somewhat positive,
Yeah.
constructive.
It's again with criticism, it's feedback.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so feedback.
I would
can
say
be
in
positive
general,
and
criticism is better than a compliment.
1000%.
Compliment's just like
compliments-
great video.
Yeah.
Like,
Shit like that reminds
not
me
a
of like
criticism.
whiplash. Like,
Yeah.
the worst thing that you can hear from somebody in your life is "good job."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's
yeah.
real shit.
Yeah.
Like, especially in our world,
that's because
real
when you
shit.
hear a good job, it doesn't do anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't. No, it
I'd
doesn't.
rather you tear me down.
for your growth as a person, as a creative, whatever.
It's stagnant.
It doesn't help you.
Yeah, good job just means
It makes you feel great for like 5 seconds. You're like,
Yeah.
sick.
yeah.
I don't know
you're
how
like,
other
go
artists.
home and
There are a
you're
lot of artists that I kind of see on social media and stuff who look like they have sort of this self confidence and like I'm the best or whatever. But like I like to, especially when I'm creating, I like to be in a space where I'm criticizing myself at every given. You know, every given moment I'm
Yep.
being like, how can this be better? How can this be better?
1000%.
Obviously, sometimes you're just like, yo, okay, yeah, this is sick. I'm feeling this. Like, I'm just in the groove. But like, when it's done, I'm always trying to, and like anytime I listen to a song thereafter, I'm always like thinking like, okay, how could this be better for next time? You know, and like, I think it starts with you. You have to know that there's room for growth. If you don't know your own room for growth, then none of the criticism you receive is going to be helpful, right?
Exactly.
Like that. I think that's part where, because it's like if you know where your goals are and like what you need to work on, then you can take people's opinions and be like, okay, this person confirmed this thing that I was already thinking. Or if they're like, oh, this person brought up something that I wasn't even thinking about, do I need to work on that? Or is that not something that's really important for me? You know, like you kind of have to weigh it out like that, but you got to know your own personal list at the end of the day too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You have to be your own. I'm my biggest fan and my biggest critic, and I
Yeah.
think that's how every artist needs to be.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about like 1000%. I feel
Yeah.
like that when it comes to stuff that I do solo and stuff that I do for our company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I feel like there's so much stuff that me and Ian want to do for Lost in Nostalgia when it comes to like music videos. Like that's our thing, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to draw it back and be like, this is not necessarily realistic right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's so much more room for us to grow. Like, I think we create some of the best looking music videos in the city, but I feel like there's still stuff that we're missing out on. Like, we can learn how to do more stuff when it comes to effects, but not even just that, more practical stuff if we want to take that approach, you know? I feel like there's stuff that we can do when it comes to running a crew that'll
Yeah.
help us just improve
Yeah.
overall when it comes
Yeah.
to having a final product when it's out, you
Yeah.
know? There's stuff like that where I feel like, yeah, like we're good, but we're not the best. And I want to
No.
I want to be the best. I don't want to not say I don't want to be the best, but I want to be the best, but I want to be the best in our minds,
Yeah.
in our world, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, we're fighting a lot of like. There's a lot of shit that just pulls us down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to say that sometimes we're not the best because of budget
But sometimes it's
and
us.
situation. No, sometimes it is us. Like
Yeah.
we fuck up. Like we have shoot days that aren't the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We weren't on our game. You know, we weren't thinking, you know, about certain things, and we missed things that we could have shot, and maybe we didn't manage our time the best on the day, and whatever. Or we didn't speak up about something. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be, yeah, we do fuck up sometimes. I think sometimes it is a lot about money, but then sometimes I think it's not, because then I see other people
Facts.
making videos that are really great that don't have any money,
Exactly.
and then I start to
Exactly.
question: is it?
But on the other side too, I see people making a lot of shit videos who
With money.
plateaued
Who have
for 5-10 years and they're making
Exactly.
more money even though they've stayed at the same level.
Exactly.
Right?
yeah, this is a whole
The whole idea about you
It's all
wanting
over
to
the place.
be the best you or you wanting to get better, that's
Yeah.
you versus you thing, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's a goal that you set for yourself if you want to be better. Because
Yeah.
I realized that if you start making money, like nobody's telling you to get better. Nobody's telling you to get
Facts.
better. You know,
Facts.
they're just
That's
telling you to
true.
make more money. That's it.
Yeah.
So true. Once someone starts, once you have a steady line of people offering money, like a money that you could live off
Yeah.
of to create whatever you create, no one's telling you to get better.
No.
It's so true.
They're just asking you for whatever
only
it is
you,
that
only
made
you
you
can
pop.
tell yourself to get better at
Yeah.
that point. No one else.
Which is
yeah.
which is the reason why in the past couple of years, like I started to realize like how lucky or not lucky, but like how happy I am that we're in this position where we can actually just get ourselves as good as we can before any money starts coming in. You know, like
Yeah.
because if money started flowing in, I would have phoned it in. You know, like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I was making $1 million just to go on the computer and whatever I made would make $1 million, why the fuck would I get better?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but because it's partly because none of the money is coming in, but also because we're just here. Like there's nothing else to do but get better because obviously there's room to grow. There's always going to be room to grow, right?
Always. Yeah, I see it that way. Like when I approach most of our videos, no matter my role in it, I just want it to be our next best thing.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
know? Even if it's just for a quick moment, whether it just be that day on set was the best we've had since in a while,
Yeah.
or the final product is the best we've had in a while.
Yeah, we didn't get that in 2020.
I
don't think. Sorry, whoever's listening. We shot videos for it.
I
I didn't think we had moments that were great.
think we had moments. Well, YouTube was lit.
YouTube was lit.
YouTube, I
YouTube's
think was different. It's different, but that was our high point. And then the videos we just watched, those were done, but
YouTube happened late though. I was like in November. We literally blew up in November.
yeah, facts.
Remember we were in America, and we woke up and we saw a video that had like 20K
yeah, true.
or whatever. Like,
True.
oh fuck, 20K.
Yeah, that's facts. But I feel like those videos that we just shot,
Yeah.
I feel like those are some of our best work. That's some of the best work we've had in a little while.
I feel. Oh yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's also, I recognize it that, we got a new camera. We're still learning. We're still trying to figure out how we can fucking color grade this shit efficiently.
Yeah.
Without having you drive back and forth to my house and we have missing files and this and that. So I'm like,
I think we do okay though.
we do okay though.
We did that in a
We
day.
definitely, we do that. We definitely do.
You got to tell clients
Okay.
it takes 1 or 2 days to color.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a couple hours.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tell them 2 days. I know it's a while, but they're not gonna understand why it takes 2 days. But
Yeah.
when it's colored properly, it takes like 2 days.
That's what it is. And I just want us to be the best we can be whenever we
Yeah.
work on a new project.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand I'm trying to figure out where I want to work on because I'm in a point where we haven't got that budget that's like nice, like a lot, you know, like we haven't got that $5,000, $10,000.
I get what you mean,
budget.
like,
and I want that.
there's-
When I
there's
get
that
that
next
budget is
step.
when I
That
get
next level, yeah.
when I
Where-
get to see
yeah,
what I could really
yeah.
do with it.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck
Yeah.
under that amount that we usually work with. And I don't know how to make something. And maybe that is what I need to do. I need to figure out how to
Yeah.
make
And that's what I was about
something
to say. I feel like we need to figure out how to
make something better with
make
that
something
amount
better.
of
And this is
but-
criticism for us.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to learn how to make something better with these
Yeah.
lower budgets for the
The
people.
problem is we are
for the
fight-
people.
But
Yeah.
we are fighting a client
Yeah.
that has an idea
Yeah.
of what they want themselves.
Yeah.
No,
And that's the
like
problem.
that's how I feel about my music right now, though. Too, it's like
Yeah.
I've been working with the same setup for the
same
past
setup, yeah.
3 years, let alone the past 10 years.
I was sick of it.
You just changed the desk.
Yeah, literally, yeah. So like, this year I'm like, because last year I dropped a project. This year I'm like, okay, let me keep going. But like, whenever I try to get into headspace and be like, all right, let me start to record these songs. Like, I have the songs done. I just need to record them, right? Like, but I'm like, if I record them, they're just gonna sound. They're not gonna sound, how I want. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
a studio. It's not gonna be like,
It's not going to be that next.
Yeah, and
Kevin leveled up this
Yeah.
year. Yeah, I feel you.
and but that's the thing too. Like, I've had that same thought where I'm like, am I just not thinking about it hard enough? Do I have to like just have to work with the same system but level up? Like, obviously I can, but it's just like there's that thing where it's like,
Yeah.
if you when you had the money, like, you obviously know what you could do to get better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets hard when you're working with the same things and you're trying to level up, you know?
Yeah. It's like, it's a question, do I need more money
Yeah.
to make something better? Do I need to just learn how to make something better with the amount of money I'm getting?
Yeah.
Do I need to work with the same amount of money but build connections and be able to get a crew out that can work for almost no money? Like, I don't know what to work on. I'm trying to figure that out.
Because realistically, like when all of us started, we would have probably said the same thing and probably would have been able to like say like, yo, if we had this much money, we would have made this much or whatever. And we would have been better if we had more money, of course. But like, I'm okay with the fact that we learned how to do so much with what we had too, you know?
Yeah,
okay
yeah, it's
too.
just like, I just feel like some days I'm like, do I need to master this
Yeah.
before I can fucking level up, dude?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, exactly.
or do I need to just...
I don't think so. I think you just need to find the right person. You have to meet the right person.
Yeah, I get
Honestly,
it. But at the same time, that's
all
what,
these masters getting lucky.
but at the same time,
that's-
that's where the criticism comes in, because I look at our work and I'm like, but this is not the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like
is
this
not
is really
the-
good. This is above average.
It's not the best at what we could at the money we have.
Exactly.
I don't think
Because
we-
I've seen, like you're saying, I've seen other people do it for less.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, how do I master what we do? Because we like to keep it simple. We like to, keep it organic. We don't like to do the whole effects thing. But if somebody asks, then we'll do it.
I don't like it. I me as a director don't like it. Like,
I'll do it.
all the shit I've directed almost doesn't have it,
Yeah, exactly.
unless for some reason
We like to try and keep it simple. But it's like,
I don't pepper effects.
do I need to
not my thing.
master this budget?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I need to
yeah.
master what I have at home? Does Kevin need to master this first?
Yeah, exactly.
Before you can, I don't even know, own a fucking crazy ass studio
Yeah.
or whatever, and then
Yeah.
be recording there or something. I don't know. But I feel like it's literally a mix of all that shit.
Yeah.
It's a mix of mastering what you have,
Yeah.
and what you know, and also trying to lock down those opportunities where you can upgrade your equipment, upgrade your crew, upgrade the people that you know. I don't fucking know. I have to pee 1 second. I'm sorry. This is my first time walking off the podcast.
Jeez.
But I got that. Yeah.
I feel it.
The gates.
I'm waiting for the end too, but I think I got it.
But keep talking about that criticism. I'll be right back.
Yeah, and it gets hard, especially where we are, because, like for example, like my mom, when Christmas or like my birthday rolls around, my mom would be like, "Oh, do you want any like musical instruments, or do you want any
Okay.
whatever?" And I'm like, at this point, there isn't much that I could say for music that like my parents could buy, because it's all over like $500. Like I can't ask them for any upgrade that I would make at
Would
this
be,
point.
like, stupid amount,
Yeah,
right?
and it's not
Yeah.
gonna be a thing where it's like, here,
Yeah.
buy like half of it and I'll take the other half, or like it's just stupid. So it's like there's a point where we are where it's like any upgrade is just going to be massive, like if I'm thinking of anything that I would do to upgrade my system, it's going to be over 500, maybe 1,000, so it's like even for just a small thing. So it's like you just get stuck in, like before, I was able to buy, you can buy little things to upgrade your set, especially when you're starting out. But now it just gets hard, because it's just like you have all this stuff, and anything that you upgrade is going to be a big upgrade.
That's how we feel too. Like, we have so much gear.
Like, yeah, you did it for what?
And we got this camera, and it was a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a big upgrade, right? Like,
We were at that point where we're like, we need a better camera, and our DP, who we work with a lot, was in the market for one as well. So we figured, hey, we will link up with him, and we'd be able to create a lot of content around it. And that was one big pinnacle upgrade, and I think it was a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Like, anything else would just cost so much. Like, and I started to think, is it even worth it at that point? Like, do I need to like get better at what? Do I need to get better working with what I have?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm a little, like, I'm being honest right now. I actually don't know exactly where to improve, or do I just keep doing what I'm doing until I get a bigger opportunity?
Exactly.
I don't know. I really don't know. This music video game shit is hard, man. Like, it's tough.
Yeah, it is.
It's tough. Like, and I know a lot of.
Do I need to take criticism better?
Yeah, if we were taking criticism better all these years, like, would we be better? You know, like, that's a weird thing to think about too. Like, if
Yeah.
you absorbed what people were telling you more. I don't know. If I think back, I don't really think of anything that stuck with me and that people said and I, like, wasn't listening properly or I didn't take it in fully. Obviously, there's going to be things where it's like you're young and, like, you don't fully understand what somebody's saying.
There's those moments where
Yeah.
I've been like, shit, somebody told me about this. And
Yeah.
I just completely ignored
Yeah.
them in the moment.
Yeah.
Fuck. And I'm here.
Yeah. But then there's also things too where, like, I realized that, like, if I told myself when I was like 6 years old that nothing in this world matters. Nothing matters.
Then you wouldn't, you know?
Like, how do you understand that
fathom
fully?
that.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to fully understand that,
Yeah.
right? So it's just like
it's
things
a
like
fact.
that. Yeah. It's just things like that, right? Where it's just like, shit, like, maybe it's just you just need to get to that point in your career first before you can understand it fully. And I don't know.
Do you feel like you guys give good criticism? I feel like I do.
I think I give okay, but I feel like sometimes I can be maybe a little like I don't give enough information. Like sometimes I will be that dude who's like, this is bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think I've been working on it, and I try to say I'll tell you if it's bad,
I will say that's something that you have improved on.
but then I try to be like, okay, like I give you a solution, like I try to give you a solution, like for the example we just brought up today
The video. Yeah.
on like, hey, like maybe you can do this, maybe you could do that, and I try to word, if we're texting, I try to word it in a way that's not,
Text, yeah, that's important too because
Yeah.
text can
Texting's
come
tough.
across very.
That's why I don't always like texting.
stern, yeah.
Texting stuff. I try to word it in a way that's like, you know, like we could do it this way. Maybe you want to do it this way. Not like you have to do it this way. And because
But-
you didn't have to make those changes, and if you didn't, then I would have been like, all right, well, fuck.
Yeah. I almost did
Although,
it.
although I would have been like, come on, like, you know what I mean? Because I don't think I give you like that much criticism. Like I don't rip your shit apart.
No, yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think you should understand that when I do give you a little bit of criticism, I'm actually I'm serious. I don't like it.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what
I
I
get it.
mean? Like
No, because
I
yeah,
don't
no,
nitpick.
that's something you've improved on. Because I remember before you just be like, yeah, that's shit, and then people would be like, okay, like thanks,
yeah.
and then be like, okay, like can we? And Ian would just say, I just don't like it.
Yeah.
And then he like didn't articulate himself, but he's gotten way better with that over the years.
Yeah. I've tried. Yeah.
Because yeah, like even that reaction the other day, you're like, oh, maybe crop in the sides.
Yeah.
Little
I
bit.
couldn't tell if you forgot or you.
It was a little bit of both. I meant to do it, but I
Yeah, that's
forgot
all.
to.
But it wasn't.
And then when I saw the video, I was like, well, I'm not making this change now.
It's also
I'm like, this is YouTube.
Yeah, I wasn't
like-
gonna. But that's what that was another thing. Like because it was YouTube, like I didn't.
yeah.
I wasn't like with client videos. I'm gonna be a little more like, can you if this needs to
Mm-hmm.
change, can you? Because it is like client video. Like
Yeah.
trying to make the best possible. YouTube, you can whatever fuck up a little bit. It's YouTube, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. When it comes to like
And
me,
I know you have to re-export that shit. Takes
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Takes like an hour.
I hate doing that re-export.
Yeah, it's fine.
When it comes to like me and giving people criticism, I know what it's like to receive shit criticism. So I try to,
Yeah.
try to give you as much detail as possible if I can.
Yeah.
And I'll even, if it's a video, if it's a song or whatever, I'll try to give you the timestamps too, you know?
Yeah.
I'll just try to make sure that I can communicate in the best way to people. And most people receive it well because they feel like it's criticism rather than me getting on their ass.
Yeah.
And saying, this doesn't look good just because, But yeah. I feel like I give some solid criticism when it comes to time.
Yeah.
Usually.
It's a hard thing because it's kind of like it's something you definitely have to put effort into. Like you have to make it known. You can't just write a one-word sentence because then people are just already gonna not take you seriously. Even if it is like if you were able to summarize everything that you were saying in like one sentence, they still wouldn't get it. Like you kind of have to explain it to them. You gotta show them that like you really absorbed it. Like you're not
Exactly.
Just, you're
Show
not
them that
just,
you care
Yeah,
a
you're
little
not
bit.
just it. You got to make it seem like you definitely watched the whole thing or whatever that you gave the feedback for. Like you took time to like formulate that opinion, which can be annoying in text, right? Obviously, but like if that's where it comes down to too. Like I feel like sometimes when it's not. And it's not a project that we're working on, not something that has my name attached to it in any way. Like even Lost in Nostalgia stuff is still like that's technically you know,
Yeah,
it's stuff that I
everybody's-
care about, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
when it's something that has nothing to do with me, like sometimes I don't really care to give a great feedback, you know, like even if I
enough.
think it's shit or if I can see like,
Fair enough.
you know, things that
Well,
could
yeah.
improve, like it's just, you're just like, I don't want to take the time to like really
Yeah,
word this out. But
feel
like
Fair
when it's something that, like when it's something I care about, you
If
know,
it,
like, I
and
try.
if it's somebody I care about,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
even if I don't talk to you that much, if I just fuck with you enough,
Yeah, exactly.
then I'll take the time.
Yeah.
You know? I'll take the time to check your shit out and like give you the feedback that's needed. I've even done that with people in the playlist. Like, I don't fuck with this song for this reason. You
Yeah,
know? And
yeah,
I'll kind
yeah.
of explain it. And most of the time, it's not even because the song is bad. It's just the song. Like when I'm working on the playlist, it needs to match up with
Yeah.
everything else that we kind of got.
Yeah.
So if the mastering is fucked or if
Okay,
it,
technical stuff.
yeah, it's more technical things a lot of the
This
time.
is different like
Which you can't feel bad about giving suggestions
Yeah.
for, because that's literally, you know, those are just things that can help
And that's
anybody.
feedback. That's criticism.
Yeah.
You know what I
Stuff
mean?
for sure.
And it's again, it's the same situation that you're in, that they're probably in on another level. You
Exactly,
know,
yeah.
I just don't have the equipment
Yeah.
for that. I don't have the resources for that right now.
that
And I
might
can-
actually be it. Yeah.
And I completely understand, but I can't have you running after Kevin A or Doovie or Looney. You know what I mean? I can't have this song
Yeah.
after these songs because they sound like this.
Yeah.
You know, I need something that sounds close.
Yeah.
Even if it's a hood man, something that's
I
close.
know, but like with music, like I know someone with like minimal gear can make something sound
Yeah.
decent. I mean, Kevin doesn't have the craziest setup in the world. His stuff sounds pretty polished.
I mean,
you know
our
what
shit wasn't sounding great before. Like it was a we worked towards it, right? Like
Exactly.
you know,
Music?
yeah, like
Yeah.
we technically, you know, like I know
Yeah.
it used to sound quiet and it used to sound because men's were bouncing it from GarageBand. Like I
Yeah,
know,
literally, you
I
just-
know why it didn't sound good.
Literally,
you
it
know?
was just like, yo, we need to master that. Okay, turn up the volume on the beats.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah.
Some of those older 750 tracks, sometimes were hard to hear. Yeah,
Yeah. And
I
that's
know,
literally
it's true.
that's literally just because it's just like, yeah, it's he's learning and figuring out stuff
Yeah.
as well as we're releasing this stuff.
Yeah.
And we're not trying to, go to some next man because we don't trust
I think
people
even
out
I don't know if you tweak our podcast, but it sounds better now.
Yeah, I have like a like
does stuff on
shit.
it.
I mean, shit like that. Yeah, like
Yeah, 'cause
over time, you like it's not more than what we do with the 760, but like I have the little plugins on there. Like I know
Yeah.
what sounds good now at
Exactly.
this point.
Yeah,
you know, like
the podcast
yeah.
sounds a lot better than
Yeah.
if you listen to the first 20 episodes. It doesn't sound as good. It's echoey and it's like weird. Right now, it sounds great. Like we
yeah.
sound Joe Rogan quality.
Yeah.
Good.
like pretty much for the most part.
Well, it's things like like sound levels too. Like I can get an average of like where each person's volume
Yeah.
is and stuff.
You've
like,
done a great job.
like
So whatever you've done,
It's
is
just
great.
little things that like you just pick up along the
Happy
way. you know?
he's an audio guy.
Yeah, exactly.
If he was
yeah.
I wasn't.
Works out.
If we didn't have an audio guy here, like, because you're basically an audio
We
guy.
just
Yeah.
be doing this shit on Zoom.
See, that's the
it'd be
thing
tough.
about that's the thing with this podcast. Like, it seems so new, but it's skills that we've cultivated over years that we've
Exactly.
just brought into this new in Denver, right? Like,
Yeah.
we're not really starting from a new place. It's something that we've kind of developed over time, but like, it's still something we know we're still growing it too, right? Like, it's the the topics and the conversation aspect and like just that like that's
Even,
what
yeah,
we're learning about.
criticism of the pod.
Yeah, yeah.
We know the things that we want to like fix and and do better with. I think we've gotten way better with our freestyling. Like,
Oh yeah.
this is a whole freestyle right here.
Pretty much. Just
This
one
is-
little topic, but we're
One lickle, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But other than that, it's just a freestyle. And we've gotten so much better with talking to each other on camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Knowing that people are going to listen to us because
Yeah.
we have no problem talking on a regular basis.
It's
you know?
gotten probably a lot closer. Like, I think the judge of it is to be like, if when the cameras turn off and we can be as comfortable on and off camera, I think that's a good like place, And I think
Yeah.
it's like the difference between how it was before and after, like it felt like always when you start something like this, it's just hard to like know.
Yeah, just got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Just got to figure it out. Yeah, and we know how to. Now we know when we're on live. Not to say anything wild on live.
It's almost like like as soon as that shit's on, we know.
Yeah.
Because we had a
We're
couple
camera trained,
situations.
we're audio, we're media trained, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Well, speaking of,
66 episodes. So.
Tiger documentary on HBO? I think they did it.
No.
Tiger Woods documentary.
Tiger Woods.
No.
Oh, Tiger Woods.
Yo, it's pretty crazy, bro.
On
Like,
HBO?
Yeah. His
Is it just about?
I didn't
his-
really know much about his story, but like his dad like born and bred him to like become like not even a golf legend. Like he thought he was gonna be like the next Gandhi, like the next
Wow.
like the voice of this generation. You know, like
He was close.
Yeah.
And then
And when you think about it,
Yeah,
because
there's
it's
a
like,
little
so his dad, Tiger's dad was like half black, half indigenous and half or quartered indigenous and quarter something else, and then his mom was like half Vietnamese and half white or something. So
Really?
Tiger's like quarter black,
Yeah,
half
he's
Asian,
all over the
He
place.
does
Yeah.
look
quarter native, like
kind of
quarter
all over.
yeah.
He looks.
he
Very
looks like The
different
Rock.
races, yeah.
So he thought he was gonna, and that's what The Rock is.
Yeah,
Rock is kind
yeah.
of this person
It's
that
just
unites
mixed
everybody.
stuff,
Yeah.
yeah,
And so he thought he was gonna be like the great uniter of humanity.
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
That's really deep. You know? I
fucking
would have
crazy.
never thought. You know?
Yeah.
And
I thought you were gonna say he just bred him to be an amazing.
And
golfer.
well, that's what he did too.
That as well.
Is golf in his family, or is he like the first golfer?
So his dad golfs. He was he was like a Navy guy. He was like a, what do you call it, SEAL or
Okay.
Black Ops, one of the crazy ones. Like he was, so basically in the Vietnam War, he was the guy who would carry like grenades and
he was
explosives.
he was with the shits.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
he
a
would go
grenader.
run into the enemy camps and just just light them up. Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
That's
so
wild.
so Tiger lived on like a Navy base, and they had like a
he's a
crazy
military
golf
kid.
course, and
He's a military kid. Okay.
like the documentary starts with like this clip of like Tiger Woods is like a 2-year-old on like a talk show, and like he's putting fucking like, so he was, you know, one of those kids who's like early prodigy type things, but
Yeah.
he
He's
kind of-
actually
yeah.
so he won like all the amateur tournaments, and then fucking like as soon as he
He
became
was just
pro,
sick.
he
Right,
was
right
sick.
out the womb, yo. He
Yeah.
was sick right out the womb.
And then yeah,
Yeah.
it fucked him up.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah,
I
and
hope
so
my-
it's a
I
two-parter.
hope my
I
kid lives a life
I
like
watched
that.
the first part, and like his dad died, and like
very rich.
that's when Tiger started going a little off afterward. Yeah,
That's what it is. Yeah. Sometimes when a man
yeah.
loses that figure in their life,
Yeah.
they go off the rails.
But it's a really interesting thing to think about. Like, you know, sometimes I don't think about it as much anymore, but I used to think about, you know, what if we were doing this shit properly as kids, you know, since we were kids.
I always think that too.
And imagine if we, you know, we talk about like if we had like a Nickelodeon show or whatever, and like it would have fucked up our childhoods. And like I am very happy that I got to live like a normal childhood, you know. And I think especially when you watch some of these people who grow up later on and they have kind of these skewed or they just weren't able to be children, you know, imagine having to be a child in public or a teenager with everybody watching you and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
Yeah, that's why I don't like. I feel bad for most of these kids.
Yeah.
Most of these artists, these rappers, these singers, these actors, whatever you're doing on IG or whatever, even
Just
TikTok.
Yeah. Just the fact that
Yeah.
we
TikTok's the new
glorify
wave of
like
that.
youth, you know, that we want kids to be like the biggest celebrities, and we want to like worship fucking 18-year-olds or 20-year-olds or even like 16 and
But
15-year-olds.
low key,
Like,
man, want their downfall too. You know.
yeah, that's, yeah.
You want to see that downfall.
Yeah.
You want to see it.
And then you think it's
You don't even know if it's that great.
like, even like, I hate to use Justin Bieber as an example, but we
He's
saw
a-
that
he's a
kid
good
grow
example,
up
though.
and he went through his bad stage, but he was just a
Yeah.
kid.
He was just a kid. Yeah.
He was a teenager
with money.
with
So
fucking money, and people are on his ass
Yeah.
every day.
It was
Yeah.
like
It
19,
gets annoying.
20, right?
Yeah.
Around that time?
I would
Yeah.
even say younger.
yeah.
18, 19, 20.
When he started snapping a bit,
He's like 26 now. He's definitely grown up.
and we've seen what Justin Bieber's chill.
Yeah.
I always fuck with Justin Bieber since day one. Yo, I just need somebody to love. Don't get me started. But anyways, when he started doing his bad boy shit and hanging out with black people, I was just like,
Tiger?
I was just like,
He's
this
hanging out with Tiger?
this sounds like a kid in high school.
Exactly. Yeah.
This sounds like a kid in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he just has a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of attention on him, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's angry.
Yeah.
He's allowed to be. Like, why are we so crazy that maybe he spat on a fan? Like,
I think he took a break from.
I seen man's
he took a
egg
break-
houses.
Around
Yeah.
that time, you notice he took a break from music for like
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah, because he
He
kind of
made a couple hits here and there, whatever, with random people, Despacito, blah blah blah.
Hey,
He found love. He got married. He settled down in Canada. Got out of America.
yeah, fucking
I think
Americans.
He's just chilling, man.
Yeah,
like
man.
I think he did a good job.
Yeah,
for the
man.
most part. You know,
Yeah, you see people like that. You see
he caught
child
the,
actors.
he caught the lime.
Facts.
I might have humbled him more. You
Yeah.
never know.
You see child actors and shit like that, and that's what it is. They're just growing up, man. I don't know why we treat them like shit when they're just going through a hard time, like you didn't.
Yeah.
Like you don't have a bad day at home.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah,
Just because they have money doesn't mean they have, all their problems are solved and this and that.
probably have more problems.
They're even more money, more
I
money,
problems.
always
more
wonder, like,
problems.
do you really want to be famous? Do you really want to be
I
famous?
don't want to be famous, but I'd like
You know,
to.
but just speaking to everyone, like that wants
Exactly,
to be. Do you
yeah.
really
Yeah.
want to be though?
Especially as
you
a
don't
kid,
want
do
to
you
be
want to be
famous.
do you want the peak of your fame to be when you're 18, or do you want the peak of your
horrible.
fame to be when you're like 35,
Yeah.
40, and
Yeah.
you know what to do with it? You
Yeah,
know,
like,
and you already have
you
your
have a family,
You're just
yeah.
like, okay.
That's why I like
we're
Joe
good, we're
Rogan.
set.
Joe Rogan's come up because he didn't come up till he was like in his
like stand-up
40s.
comedians in general, like
Yeah, a
they
lot of
don't
them.
break until they're like 40, and that's why they were able to be so sane, or maintain that kind of connection to
for the most part, yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
yeah,
Depending on the individual.
yeah, exactly.
Running out of time here. We should probably wrap it up though.
Yeah. We'll wrap it up. Ian's right.
Well,
I don't know why I said yeah.
Well, we don't
like
have a
that.
card after this one, so
Yeah.
And then we don't have an outro, and I got to put a fucking photo again of LeBron James drinking milk.
Oh, before we end this,
3 minutes.
Kevin, finals NBA. Do you really think it's gonna be LA and Brooklyn?
No,
Who do you think it's gonna be?
I don't know. It's hard to tell at this point in the season
Is
because
LA in it though?
I would say
Lakers?
if it's not the Lakers, it'd be the Clippers. So I think I'm okay saying LA.
Yeah, you
and
can
then
say
probably
LA.
gonna be
That's why I
Lakers.
said LA.
It's probably gonna be Lakers.
Yeah.
Realistically, and
LA or Clippers or yeah.
I don't know from the East.
both
Really.
LA
It could be
teams.
Brooklyn. It depends on how they do for the rest of the season. I don't know. I
They
don't.
got
Yeah.
collapsed up.
Crazy
yesterday.
having
Yeah.
Colin.
both teams that are that sick. in
They're
the
pretty
same city.
sick, bro.
It would be sick. It would be sick for sure.
cool.
It sucks because that is probably the one that casual fans want to see the most. But
Yeah.
then also, if I
Realistically-
want to pick a finals, that'd probably be the one that I want to see too.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think that's what you just want to see a battle.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
I want to see a game.
I don't want to
7.
see Miami again. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, facts. Mm-hmm. And you know what else is crazy? Just to think about the New York Knicks and everything they lost out on.
But they're doing all right. They're doing okay.
They're doing okay right now, until something happens.
Yeah. But I mean, if you consider how much money they have, they're not doing.
Yeah, they're
okay.
fine. they're doing great.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's wrap up the pod. That was the Lost and Talks podcast, episode 66. We talked about the walk. We talked about COVID as per usual. We talked about nostalgia, taking criticism. LeBron James. And was there anything else? I don't think so.
That's about it, really. You nailed
That's
it.
about it. So yeah, thank you for listening once again today. Big things for the pod this year. Follow us on Twitch, Lost in Nostalgia. Follow the YouTube channel, Lost in Nostalgia. Follow Kevin A.
A.
Dot A?
Kevin A.
Kevin A.
Is
A-Y-E.
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 You know what sucks? I wanted a uniform handle.
Yeah.
Twitter, I couldn't get AYE.
Fucking Twitter.
Instagram, so I got AYYYE. So A. Instagram, I couldn't get AYYYE. So I had to take AYE because that was the only thing that was available.
You might have to move into like the champagne poppy world.
Yeah,
literally just get a username.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Just one that's like
literally.
Drake
versatile
could get
for
Drake,
everything.
though, if you wanted to.
Yeah, literally.
I think he could.
But he would have to pay a lot for it.
Yeah.
He might have to drop like a Billy.